yeah, I think Wilson Fisk is pretty okay. Like, this card looks solid. I actually really love this kind of card a lot, honestly. Just good, honest, hard-working numbers. Just big dudes. That's the style of play I like in card games. I don't want to have to think a bunch, and Wilson Fisk makes that easy. He is the new super mega ultra premium super duper pass or whatever. I never know what that thing's called. He's a new card for that, and for what, like $20 he can be yours, and you can play him in decks like this one that I think this felt pretty competitive. I had, what was it, I think an 11-5 run with this. I am super prepared for this video, clearly. Yeah, that's a nice 69% win rate. I think only a couple bot games. I'm already in the 80s, so seeing less bot games, which is nice. But this is a, you know, Red Skull deck of old, really, but with some new life. Cards like Shadowlands, Daredevil, actually, I think play really well in this deck, too. Not only are the demons pretty nice to kind of like float around stuff, you know, play a Red Skull and a demon late, play a Crossbones and a demon on turn 5, that sort of thing is smooth. But of course, there's so many big cards that Daredevil is very likely to hit and get big himself in this deck, even in fact to 11 power, which is a great cheap discounter for Scar. I mean, you can get that Scar down a lot more consistently for like 1 or even 3 energy worst case in this deck. I really wish Fisk were 10 power for that same reason. I think this deck would actually be cracked, but with Techno-Organic Virus, you can actually push Fisk to 10 power pretty affordably, again, netting that Scar discount. I didn't think Surtur was worth it because there's like too many kind of 6 power things in the mix, and you know, Techno-Organic Virus Fisk, for instance, doesn't work with Surtur, does work with Scar, so I stuck to the no Surtur line, and it felt good. You know, the results were pretty nice, and definitely put out some surprisingly big numbers in this deck alongside the typical Sauron stuff. And then when you look at the data at large for Wilson Fisk, I think it looks pretty good. You know, everything's inflated right now because it's a new season. There are a lot of bot games in the mix, like cube rates and win rates are always really high. This does look notably lower than some of the previous, you know, really powerful stuff we've seen at the start of a new season. And when I look at the very best decks, none of the Wilson Fisk stuff is taking over the top of the meta. You know, there's still like some Mother Ascani, Silver Surfer stuff that seems better than that. In fact, that's really the top of the meta, but it's not much below that. There might be some opportunities for both Fisk and Daredevil to crack some pretty decent lists. You know, maybe some stuff in that kind of tier 2 range is possible for these cards. I don't think they're going to feel like standout stars necessarily, but do look competitively viable. Like, you can run these and you're not sacrificing much. So I think that's actually a good, healthy spot for these cards, especially a more honest one like this. You'll see some big wins in this video. Some big numbers are possible with a deck like this one. Oh God, sorry opponent, sorry, I don't know how to whoops. Sorry opponent. Oh, great hit. Oh my God, did we go Daredevil twice? Yes, Daredevil rock. Yeah, I mean, do you want a bunch of demons in your deck? I mean, I don't hate demons, right? I think they get a bad rap, dude. Oh my God, Starbrand. Okay, we need a way to turn that off probably, but I love the free Scar hit. Opponent got Gladiator. That's so good for me usually. No! Not like this. Oh, Techno-Organic Virus already. Yeah, I'll do it, yeah. So 2 Daredevils. We still have a Rocks. We're not getting a new one, but who cares? Starbrand will hopefully at 11 keep our Fisk active for sure. I'm certain it must. Extra energy here, even more demons. Scar is going to be crazy cheap this game. Daredevils are going to be crazy big, we hope. So you go Fisk. Do you want another 3/9? I think probably, yeah. I'm going to be adding a card to hand. Next turn's Techno Fisk again. Do you go Techno left even though you're turning off a Daredevil just because like you want more bodies to get your Techno? I mean, I guess from a point standpoint, I got to think about if it's worth it or not, right? Because you potentially, well, I guess you only ever lose 1 buff on Daredevil, so it's definitely worth it because you'd be gaining 3 points left with a Fisk. You even get some extra points, or no, more than 3, and some extra points right as well. You gain 6 points. It's definitely worth it to play the Techno here. No question, right? And then I guess you go mid with the demon, add another demon to hand. Did the Daredevils tick up? They must have, right? Why do they seem like they're the same size, though? Did I miss one? What did I just draw? threw a demon. Shouldn't one be bigger? Maybe I missed. What did I draw? Because I played this one on 2 and then this one on 3. What did I draw on turn? Is that when I drew the Techno, maybe? Maybe so. Just think they should be gapped, but I guess I had one bad draw in the mix, yeah. So the Daredevil left is not going to be getting any bigger, of course. I was stunned at the amount of people who told me to play Shadowlands Daredevil in a Cerebro 6 deck, by the way, guys. Can we talk about that? Like, Daredevil gets bigger than 6 so fast. I had like 50, was it a meme? Maybe it's like a meme. I just literally missed the meme. I don't know. I had so many people talk about it though, that I was like, are they being legit? Oh, this Daredevil at 9 though, it does hurt our scar a little bit, I guess, technically. That said, I think we're gaining enough points that we don't really care, right? This should be fine. It's a pretty big lead mid, it's a big lead right, it's a big lead left. I don't really see how the opponent pulls this back. Scar is still really good. Rock Virus is actually pretty legit, but I don't think it's nearly enough. Virus again, dang, it is a lot. They did play a lot of Techno-Organic viruses. They got honestly pretty close, but my dudes carried, my big Daredevils. We like this board, right? Scar is like negative 17 energy. Like, it's just ridiculous, but yeah, dude, that's pretty sweet actually. Well, opponent's snapping on 1. It's Thanos. Should I do the Thanos snap emote because they're Thanos? They'll think I'm BMing though. I don't want to be a mean guy. They love their agony. Got a cannonball. Can that create any weirdness? I was just ready. Luna Snow gone. That might have been important for them. Maybe they cared a lot about their ramp. I don't know. Virus here just helps me ensure Fisk is much better to go here. Fisk is, where do we want Fisk? I guess you go mid, but I don't really think any of this matters too much right now. Typhoid probably goes mid, then you set up for Virus. Virus is a good way to activate this. Do I want a 13 power Enchantress back though? I don't know. Just kidding. Magic Agony. This deck's doing something crazy, man. Probably Man Spider. I don't know. Man Spider is my argument. Techno helps the Scar mid here. What is this, dude? Can I mess them up with Cannonball and Priority? What? Ghost? It's just their hub card. Bro, I'm so confused right now. Oh, also, oh no, that's gonna go back up. Yeah, no, that's fine. So, this is a really big overcommitment, but I think it's okay. We really just want to get strong in 2 spots anyway, so I'm just like, you know, this is my Techno spot for now. There is that Man Spider. Yeah, I knew it, dog. I knew it. I knew it. Does Cannonball ever mess them up somehow? Like, do they go for, I don't know, an Arnim Zola or something? Maybe it's not the time for that. It might mess them up, but I don't know if the time is now. Next turn's Cannonball Virus. Virus costs 3 though, so you can't do that. You'd want to save the Virus maybe for later. I mean, I'm just sort of thinking like none of that's really gonna matter, right? Because I don't think we win anyway. Cannonball Scar is probably fine. Starbrands doesn't seem particularly relevant. I have to like stop an Arnim Zola somehow. I don't really think it's gonna happen though, man. This feels like Absorbing Man always. Maybe Arnim, you know, if Taskmaster is the play, we lose. But maybe they go for Arnim Zola and I win, you know? Maybe. Does it matter? I need to be able to beat Starbrand. I mean, Cannonball does typically do that. I mean, maybe it's Arnim Zola, right? We got a shot. I don't know. I don't know, man. If it's, oh, it's Taskmaster, we lose. Well, no, if they're both in the same spot, we don't lose. No! Did we hit the 50-50? Did we hit the 50-50? Yes! Imagine they Arnim Zola over there. Do you know how tilted I'd be, dog? I'd be so tilted. Crazy lucky, dude. Crazy lucky 50-50 hit. Wow. Wow. I'd be so mad if I was the opponent. They actually got extra power from Kunlun, which is funny, but I'd be so mad if I was the opponent, dude. I'd be so tilted on that 50-50 4-cuber. Thanos, so sorry, dude. Thank God I didn't Thanos snap. I'd feel even more guilty. Oh, God. Ant-Man eats Techno-Organic virus. Martyr eats Cosmo. Well, definitely don't care about Cosmos. That don't seem too exciting. Wilson Fisk. Okay, that's a great Krakoa play, so I think we'll do that. We can set up a little spot left for an Enchantress, though. We know we got an Ant-Man in the can already, and some great... well, doesn't turn off Martyrs. I'd still rather have Techno, but we know Techno's not in the conversation, so... it's Enchantress anyway, I guess. Fisk, what do we want to see hit? I don't know. Oh, man, Enchantress mid's looking juicy, too. Dang. Hey, Crossbones. Left? Yeah, Enchantress mid, maybe? You do really want to get Sauron down before the Scar is the only thing, so... you can't play Enchantress Scar unless I get a Typhoid Mary this turn, maybe? Starbrand, I guess, too, actually is fine. Typhoid Mary hits. So next turn, Scar goes... oh, no, you can't put Sauron there, though, because that turns the Sauron into 9. So this would let you play Enchantress, Scar next turn. You hit Enchantress mid and Scar right, and you just trust left. Even with Martyr leaving, I don't think that should be a big risk. Only with a double caps mid's pretty nuts. It's like actually still a lot of points, even after an Enchantress, I guess. Oh my God, Enchantress is totally gonna be worth it though, right? I am legit too lazy to do the math, but I am almost certain. So this is really 6, 8 points. This is really 5 points is 13 and 6 is 19. And we're going up to another 10, 27. I do think there are worlds where they play another card there that maybe wins, but if they like move and play Goliath or something, does that beat us? I don't know. I mean, if so, Scar probably holds right anyway, and I just don't have anywhere else to Enchantress or a play I like better, so I think this is fine. Left, I'm trusting even minus Martyr because you think 27 holds. I guess you could go down to 23 if Lizard gets hit, but even that actually feels pretty good too. And since they didn't play anything else mid, and Spectrum here cannot buff once these are silenced, I think we're going to be fine. I don't know if Spectrum's coming anyway, but... The Scar line out gives you a lot more safety feeling here too, right? Man! Opponent went hard. Dude, left actually was not safe. Dang, dude, they went hard. First I thought this could be a bot, but almost certainly not. I don't think the bots ever run stuff like Moonstone that I've seen. Also just good plays, I think, too. Just a good Wilson game, man. Things didn't go like swimmingly here, but good enough, right? Scar was really good. We didn't get the Wilson Scar off Techno, but still a really good Wilson. Hey, Sauron early is great news. I don't know why I didn't play it left, because I was in a hurry and I was scared. I was reading a tweet. Because God knows my brain can't go 5 seconds without some kind of stimulation. So while the game is loading, I have to load up a tweet. Like that's the only choice I have. How my brain works. I guess we just load killing up, right? You just go for crossbones and try to steal right later, maybe. Yeah, I think that's right. Red Skull on 5 and then a virus on 6 with something. You're gonna be so far ahead left, I don't think that's ever in range. You're talking about a crazy amount of points. So Mr. Negative would normally make me a little nervous, but I will say like Arnim Zola is not really a threat right now because of X Mansion, you know, like Arnim Zola would be hard to isolate a target, so I'm not as worried about that. And Enchantress would also be wicked cool if we lost priority. That can be crazy powerful against Mr. Negative decks. Oh, magic changes everything. Crap-a-doodle. Now we really need to lose priority, I think, for the sake of this Enchantress. Can I do that while also playing out a Red Skull? I doubt it. But I also need to play out the Red Skull. I mean, I need them to play like a Gore or an Iron Man early. Ravona. Okay. I sort of want to pass this turn, but like, how do you win if you pass? There's no, you don't, right? Like, you just don't win if you pass, I don't think. This sets Scar down to 1. This sets him down to 0. So I'm gonna get priority is the only problem, unless they go ham early, which I don't anticipate. But like an Iron Man flipped right would have done it. I mean, left, it looks like they're never gonna steal priority there. It's just a Gore. Score Mystique. Gore Mystique. Okay, the good news is they did give me an Enchantress play already. So that's kind of nice. Like, maybe now we just get away with the Enchantress here, huh? This flips right pretty hard, flips left a little more. Iron Man would still be really scary left, but I mean, we have a lot of points. Technically, we're still flipping mid too, I guess. Ooh, I don't like that they went so hard left. That makes me super nervous. Kind of making me wish I'd flipped my priorities here with Enchantress. Iron Man beats us. Wong into Sage beats us. Yep, that does it. Taskmaster beats us. Yeah, it's so hard to beat Mr. Negative Dex. I guess we had to go Enchantress left, it turns out, but I think we would have lost right too, wouldn't we? Because we currently have, well, I don't know, with Scar there, maybe not. That'd be 30 for us. But remember, the opponent would have another 6 from Red Skull, so they'd be at 11. And then they would need 20 points from their Gore, which this flipped. It's plus 18. I think we might have won by 1 point, right, if I'd done this the other way. But then I would have Enchantressed my Techno-Organic viruses too. So would I have even won left? I don't think so. Like, they'd still be at 33. I don't think we would have, right? We'd be missing 6 and 4. We'd be missing 10. I think it would have been a tie. I think we would have lost a tiebreaker maybe, if I'm doing all the math right. Sage, I guess, would have potentially been different too, based on the numerical values. Like, Gore would have been the same as Martyr, so Sage would have been 4 points less. Maybe if we'd flip those, we win, but it's really, I don't know. That's really shaky, I think. I don't know. Shadowlands, Daredevil, we also love it. We love Fisk too. It's all great. Play a tiny guy. It's a tiny baby boy. No, it's a big girl. But Daredevil might go to 5 anyway. Well, it doesn't matter. Ties count. Ties counts. 3 is actually okay. 3 is fine. No, it's all good. Might go to 5. 3s count. So that is the icon for Fisk. It just doesn't move in hand when he moves. That little glow indicates he's gotten cheaper, but it just doesn't update. Like, it stays. It doesn't follow the energy icon, right? That's wild. That's actually crazy. I never thought about that. Viv Vision's really annoying and scary. Martyr's pretty good at that, though. Martyr Demon Techno in particular is pretty good at that, yeah. Okay. Really good turn, actually. And Daredevil's still contesting their Galactus and making mine way bigger, presumably. They're supporting their Viv over their Galactus, which I guess that's sensible. Mother Ascani is so terrifying. Now, we have to be careful this deck with Enchantress, right? I really debated between Enchantress or not. I was like, how many Disablers do I want? But I liked that she was at least big. Opponent is happy. They're snapping on the Ascani. That's so scary. I don't know what it is, but I'm terrified. I think I'm just gonna play a big Galactus mid here. Wow, they played their Galactus and they're still losing. But I don't know what this Black Swan is up to. A lot of terrifying possibilities here, right? Could also go Techno Typhoid. I like that that also buffs left for a little bit of surprise factor, buffs right a little bit, and you're still contesting mid. Just have no clue what they're up to, though. This is worth 6 points right, 2 points left, 10 points mid. That's 18 points. It's actually the same amount of points as Galactus, but contests across the field. So I think I like this better, although one could certainly make an argument to just like really lock in and commit to a big play. That said, I don't know where I would do that at. You wouldn't want to do it mid, and then that's, you know, I think Typhoid might handle it anyway. Can they win both right and mid like this, I think is the question. That's an 18-point lead, but you just, Mother Ascani, you just never know, dude. I guess Black Swan might just literally be for the Technos, by the way, huh? We lose right, but aren't they gonna lose their Viv Vision and we win mid by 1 point? Bro. Typhoid holding it down. It's a 1 point and 1 point difference. Man. Crazy work. Good God, dude. I guess that's literally, yeah, just probably for Techno. Maybe they have Daredevil too. And then it's also for, you know, the demons. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a neat little tech, I guess. Seeing a lot of Techno Wilson decks today, by the way. Didn't see any popping up on Untapped, but seems to be everywhere. Not a lot of the Red Skull variety, though. Seeing like other things in the mix, I feel like. Yeah, Martyr's fine. Where is Wilson? Where is Shadowlands Daredevil? I heard some conversation that the comic book that Shadowlands Daredevil is from is called Shadowland Daredevil. But in the game, he's been given a plural Shadowlands. I don't know. Does that bother you guys? As comic book people, are you annoyed? Oh, man. Normally, Martyr would screw us here, but Techno-Organic Virus is our friend. So we'll be okay, I think. This might just get us Altar of Death for free. So would Starbrand, actually. Oh, but he's... Oh, he's on. For some reason, I was looking at their number and so confused. He's on. We got the point. I was losing my mind there for a brief moment, guys. Just so you know. Does the opponent retreat when they see the Techno-Organic Virus come into play? I don't know. I think they're a deck that's just like mine. I think they will not have any way to access Altar of Death. So I think actually Martyr is irrelevant. I don't think I even need to play Techno-Organic Virus, right? I think we're just gonna win, right? Unless, of course, they turn off their Starbrand, I guess. That could do it. But they would need an Enchantress or that. I would say if they do this, they also turn off Adam Warlock. So that's kind of an upside for us anyway. We do also hold for the Rocket Pad buff, which is cool. So we do probably now need to Techno-Organic Virus right. I guess we can probably Daredevil mid. I'm pretty sure we're just trying to win mid and right here. The only issue is if I play Daredevil there, I cannot go Red Skull Virus, which is what I really want to do. Sauron here just for energy, so I can play Red Skull Virus together. I don't really see how that loses, right? We're already ahead. They only have one spot. There's no cards bigger than Red Skull typically in these decks. We know Martyr's now locked in, right? I think we're just okay. Seen a lot of Sasquatch in these lists, man. Sasquatch is crazy. I don't hate it, I guess. I think this just looks insurmountable outside of like a Shang-Chi or something. I don't know. Yeah. They know they're kind of cooked to mid, right? Because I have two spots, they have one. They know right's gone. Playing Martyr right just won us this game, frankly. It's that simple, right? We had good numbers too, like Fisk, Starbrand, you know, winning Rocket Pad gives you a little bonus, all that stuff. I'm still really torn on the Adam Warlock, guys. Like, you might have already heard this spiel in the video. I don't know when these games are going to be in order, but like, I'll say it again just in case. Yes, I understand the synergies with Daredevil, right? But the problem is they're both 2-cost cards, so it's like when you want to play them together, which is presumably that's why he's in there, right? Are you playing Warlock on turn 3? Maybe you got a demon or a Techno-Organic Virus, but it's like if you've played Shadowlands and Adam Warlock so far, what's the virus hitting on turn 3? You don't want to hit the Warlock or the Daredevil, so you might maybe you played a 1-drop, your Martyr or something you catch a flyer on. Maybe you draw a demon immediately, right? That's possible. That's okay. And it's like, I get that Martyr's really good at supporting Adam Warlock as well, but it's just like they're butting heads at costs. And then if you don't have Daredevil, as this opponent did, the Adam Warlock's just not doing much, right? It was basically a 2-1 in this deck that I guess it maybe drew them a card or not. I don't even remember if it did. Maybe they were heading for 1 turn, I think, before they turned it off. It's like this should have just been this should have been a whatever big 2-drop. I don't care, not Silk, but something big, not Maximus probably, but just something Cable, I don't know, some big 2/4, right? Whatever, and it would have been worth more points. So In other words, there's this big opportunity cost on Adam Warlock that it feels like he's not clean enough with Shadowlands Daredevil to me to be worth the downside when you don't hit the both of them together. Like, is he too big of a cost otherwise? I don't know. I haven't played it enough to tell you, but that's my instinct, is saying like, hey, that said, you know, this list clearly has stuff like Sasquatch in it too, so maybe they're just trying to get a bunch of low cost cards and play it that way. Maybe Adam Warlock helps in that regard as well, and I do love the synergy with Martyr. Like, that's cool one too. So maybe it's more of almost like an alternative 2-drop. I could argue that a little better. I kind of get that more so, but I don't know. A lot of people were calling for this yesterday, and my brain was just kind of itching about it. I was like, well, I get it, but also I don't know. That's all I'm saying, is like, I don't know. Let's wait on some data before we commit to the Adam Warlock too hard, because I don't know yet. Might be wrong though. Definitely just something to think about. Martyr left. Sure. It's actually pretty important, just in case we hit like a Wilson or something. She could definitely hold out even to turn 3. So we don't mind. And kinda sucks right now though, to be honest. Opponent hits Daredevil on 2. That's scary. Fisk. Fisk. Oh my god, this hand is... I've literally missed my entire... Well, not entire top row. We got Martyr, I guess, but I am cooked. Typhoid into Enchantress mid, I guess, is pretty good. Could arguably go... I guess Lab got turned off there, it looked like. Yeah, there we go. Virus is also interesting too. You could go Virus Red Skull on 6. It's pretty nice. If you go Typhoid Enchantress mid, is that enough to hold? Maybe. Maybe. They're at 5 power, you're at 18. Martyr, they're going to want to put in a Techno-Organic again, which means they're at functionally 11 points to 18. Fisk arrives. Does that change my plans at all? I cannot get him. Oh, I can actually get him up to 10 so that Scar goes down to what? 3? No, 2? 3. Yeah, 3. What do you play with Scar though? There's no good top deck. You could play another Organic Virus, I guess. So you'd be at 19, which is really 21. But really 20, 23. Play Scar Virus left. Do you trust that to beat Daredevil? It is technically a little better than this, I think, right? I think it's technically a little better than the Enchantress play. The Enchantress silences their stuff. It's the only upside, right? Like, their virus goes away. So it depends really, right? Oh my god, they got so strong left. Do I even want to contest left? Maybe I just go... It'd be really funny to Enchantress now. That'd be really amusing. What does this go to, right? This is 18, and then they each gain... It's 22 at the end of the day, right? 22 and 23, but that's just not a big lead mid. That does not feel safe. Ozymandias is so scary. It's like, do you like this? Like, I just don't feel good about holding mid with only a 6-point lead, right? I think Ozymandias just goes mid, and then you go down to tiebreakers. They gain 6 is 21. We're only 22 anyway. I think we always lose tiebreakers like that. I think this is not going to work, guys. I need them to just, like, dump a power right. Oh, that's actually... is that still going to be too big left, though, maybe? Yeah, it is a little too big left. Dang. So close, dude. It's so close. I guess the Red Skull, or excuse me, the Scar right plan would have worked. Unfortunately, I kind of threw here, maybe. Yeah, maybe I threw. I thought mid was going to be more exposed than it was. I thought like this would go mid. I didn't think they'd just give mid. Like, this math just gave mid. So either a good play from them or a bad play for me, but probably neither. Probably just kind of a 50-50 about where they prioritize that Sasquatch, right? So, hey, we love this hand. We trust the Daredevil, right? It's gonna work. And we really, really want to win mid. Daredevil's gonna be the biggest at 5. We're not drawing Sauron or Techno-Organic Virus. 5 out of 7 to hits, actually pretty legit. Don't be 3 or 5. Don't be 3 or 5. 2. Oh no, 4. No, Daredevil has to hit. He has to hit. Daredevil hit. 5 out of 7. We suck at the game. We suck at the game. No. Organic virus can go here. It cannot go mid. Dude, that's so annoying, dude. That's like, oh, that's just so annoying, dude. Fisk off curve now. I mean, I guess we probably play him on 5 with virus, though, for the record. I think you can just go ahead and commit crossbones mid. I don't know. Do you commit crossbones mid? Like, you trust Daredevil? Lizard turns off a little bit, but who cares? I think you trust it. Daredevil's going to get really big, presumably off the Asgard itself. This wave is scary, but I think the opponent's probably a robot, given the decks. I didn't even realize till right now. Probably just a robot. I should probably snap. I mean, they're a robot, right? Okay. Let's, I don't know. Might be too late to snap. Some of these robots leave early nowadays, I feel like, but whatever, it'll work. Fisk plus virus is beautiful, and then I guess you just finish on, like, I don't even know, actually. You could just go Fisk plus 1-drops as well, but what are you gonna do on that final turn, right? I think this is fine. Getting all my best games against bots. I just would turn off bots if I could. I wish there was a setting. Do not ever give me bots. Might be 20-minute queue times though. Like, Regis, you think you want this, you don't want this. Or at least I think there's like some bots that are hard to detect. These like dumb bots, I just want to get rid of them, you know? Like wave saber-tooth bots, I don't want any part of that, you know? Hood mid bots, like why though? Daredevil 13 is amazing. We're just dumping a million points here. 12 and 6, all good. Looking beautiful. Do they even win a single spot? No. Bot game ruined. Another sick Daredevil Wilson game. Pretty funny either way. We may put that in the video. Get my bot rant out of the way. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I play bots, you know. I want you guys to know that the data's inflated. All right, like the curve here. I think we can just play Starbrand on Krakoa. That seems fine to me. Mr. Cheeks. It's a funny name. I don't know why. Hey, another martyr. I feel like I've actually been kind of a martyr, you know, like I've loved martyr for a while. Not like I'm not being a hipster here. Like I was ahead of them. Maybe I am a little bit actually. I think I am being a hipster a little bit. Like I was ahead of the. I liked martyr before it was cool. I think that's actually true. I think I did like martyr before it was cool. But now like she got buffed again. We're seeing like some decks and the synergies that actually, you know, really like martyr a lot. It's like I think she's legit good now. That's what I'm getting at. Legit a good card. Yeah, we're gonna greed our Krakoa a bit. They got an Adam Warlock Daredevil package, which I'm torn on. A lot of you guys have been, you know, shouting the Adam Warlock train. My opinion is like if he's winning, he's kind of worth 2 points per turn, but you can only make that true if you play him and Daredevil together, and that's they're competing for curves. You're playing him on turn 3, so really it's like turn 4, 5, and 6. He might be worth +6 if you get your Daredevil and you hit every single time, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? It's like if it goes perfectly, he's worth +6. Could you not just play a 2/6 maybe? Like, I mean, I know the draw also has bonus 2. Like, of course, you know, just drawing big cards is a valuable thing to do, obviously. So I'm not saying that like exclusively, but you know, I think that's a fair argument. I got my Daredevil turned off, by the way, which is fine. We're still going to be really strong here, I think. I don't know. I just think it's not quite, and I talk about perfect scenarios, right? Other games, he might legit be like a 2/2 that doesn't do much or whatever. I mean, he's a really good martyr follow-up, so if I want martyr to be good, I don't know. I definitely recognize there are some bonuses. Like I get the synergy. I understand why it makes sense. I just wonder if it's as crazy as some people are making it out to be. That's kind of my thought. Maybe a little, just a hair overrated. I don't know. Now, Super Scroll. How does Super Scroll work with all these techno-organic viruses, dog? Isn't he sort of crazy? Is he nuts? Well, I'm gonna turn him off though is the problem, right? If I do that. Maybe we put this arrow on here and just trust this. he's gonna have the ongoings of like presumably 5. Well, do those all stack? Like, does he instantly jump to +5, or does it only count like once, you know? And it's based on the amount I play. So does he have 5? He should have 5 independent. Well, they're not actually doing 5 because Ebony Maw is turning them off. But however many they have, you know, maybe they end up with like 4 this turn or something, because this looks like they're playing it here. Which, by the way, it's hilarious how bad the card backs look. That's really funny looking. So he's gained +4 because they have 4. Okay, that's actually so sick. Yeah, that's really cool. And then we go here and here, right? Oh, we can't go here because he also has Ebony Maw. Oh no. Oh no, I forgot about Ebony Maw, dog. Oh god, does right hold? I mean, it gets way stronger because I'm actually adding +4 off of this Techno-Organic virus and +2, so I'm gaining +6. And if he plays another Techno-Organic virus, I'll get even more. I'll get another +2 maybe. And I'm turning off 3 from Starbrand, so I'm like netting 15 points here. Is that enough? Seems like it should be, because basically I'm gaining a little as they gain a little. Yeah, it was enough. That's a crazy game and a cool interaction, dude. This Super Scroll jumped to 12 off of their Techno-Organic viruses. That's super sick, dude. 5 stacks because they have 5 dudes, all +2 because I played 2 Techno viruses. That's really cool. Starbrand almost made the difference, by the way. They would have been a 29 to 30, which is crazy. I did forget about Ebony Maw. I'm going to be legit. Forgot we weren't going to be able to play again, so I maybe should have just played the Sauron there at the same time. Because I don't really think I needed the points left, and I assumed we were losing mid always. That didn't seem right.